What if your game needs to check if the player is alive or dead, or if they have enough coins to buy a weapon? That is where if else comes in. If else helps our code make decisions based on conditions. In our code, we can use the keyword if, and then we provide a condition, and if that condition, which could be an expression or a Boolean value, is true, we can then perform a bunch of lines of code. If this condition is not true, we can use the keyword else to define another block of code and it will execute it. So if the condition is true, you perform a bunch of code, else you perform another bunch of code. That is essentially what we're doing. It's pretty straightforward. Now, how do we write it in our game? Let's go back and then delete our hello world script. Now let's create a new script. This is because I just want you to get into the habit of creating new scripts. So right click, create scripting mono behavior script, or there is a shortcut here. You can just directly create a mono behavior script here. Let's call this conditions example. You can name it whatever you want, and we're going to hit reload. Whenever this comes in, just hit reload. Let's create some variables here. Public int health equals 50, public int coins equals 20, public int item cost. Take a look at the naming convention. The first letter in each subsequent word is capitalized. And let's give it a default value of 30. And inside start, we are going to write if, and we need to provide a condition inside two parentheses. If you look at here, this is the syntax. Now for the condition, we can either pass in an expression or a Boolean value, just like how we have learned from the previous video. So let's go ahead and print this. If health is greater than 0, if it is true, alive, else it's game over. If health greater than 0, once you're done writing the condition, you write brackets, and you write brackets to specify a block of code. Okay, we can write whatever we want inside these two brackets, and it will be executed if this condition is true. We can write debug.log player is alive. Now we can write else and then give another couple of brackets. This is going to be the else block. We can print game over semicolon. So if health is greater than 0, we print player is alive, else we print game over. Because this is just one line of code, we can actually get rid of these brackets. As long as you write the entire if block in a single line, it's okay to not use brackets, but I recommend using them anyways because it looks neat. This is a great if else condition. Let's see if it works. On our test object, this previous hello world script is missing. I'm going to click on this 3 dots here and then remove component, and I'll drag and drop this new script here. Health is 50. Let's go to the console and play the game. It says the player is alive. Let's set this to -5, clear the console, play the game again, and it displays game over. Let's do one more. If coins is greater than or equals item cost. Now we are checking two variables here. Now both of these can be edited in the inspector, meaning both of these are dynamic values. Here we are checking health against a constant hard-coded value. Right now we are having an expression with values that are dynamic, that may change at any given time. Now if coins is greater than or equals item cost, we print you bought the item, semicolon. And now we can do something else. Coins minus equals item cost. We are detecting whatever is the item cost from the total coins. Makes sense, right? Else, we can give brackets. We can print not enough coins and a semicolon. There we go. If coins is greater than or equal to item cost, we buy an item and we then subtract item cost from the total coins, else we don't have enough coins. That is straightforward. Now let's test it out in the game. Health is -5, coins is 20, item cost is 30. It should display not enough coins because 30 is greater than 20. If the item cost is, let's say, 5, let's clear the console. It should display game over because the health is -5. Then you bought the item and you can see that the coins, which was initially 20, it has now changed to 15, which means the second line of code, coins minus equals item cost, is working. I can stop the game and you can see that it was 20 by default. So values in variables do not stay consistent between play sessions. In order to make it consistent, you need to create a saving system, which is going to be a little bit more complicated for now. Okay, now we have learned the ability to let our game make decisions dynamically, which is cool. This is fun, right? In the next video, we'll cover else if and nested conditions, in which we will work with more complex conditions. Okay, but right now, if you have finished up until this far in the playlist in one go, take a break. This is like a checkpoint. And if you've been working on the series, then take a break. You deserve it. Congratulations. Not a lot of people would reach this far, so that's nice. But if you want to go ahead and continue with this playlist, go ahead. The choice is yours. I will see you in the next one. Peace.